Stand-up paddleboarding is a relatively new and exciting sport. It's fun and easy. Just about anyone can try it. Upadowna is here to help you figure it all out. There's basically two types of boards. You can choose a hard board, which fits easily on top of a car or in a truck. And then there's an inflatable. Inflatable comes with a pump, a fin, and of course, an easy to roll up and durable stand-up paddleboard. So two things you want to look for when you're a beginner for stand-up paddleboard is you want something that's more stable. So the wider, the thicker, and the longer the stand-up paddleboard is, the better. The thinner and more streamlined it is, like the hardboard, the faster it'll go and the less stable it is. So there's a few more things you're going to need before you get on the water. Don't forget your removable fin if you have an inflatable SUP. You're going to need a life jacket or PFD. There's also some that fit around your waist in case you're doing something more active like SUP yoga. You might want a safety whistle just in case you do fall in and need some help, a leash to keep that board attached to you, and of course your paddle. Also, you might need a permit depending on where you're going. A common mistake that beginners make is holding the paddle the wrong way. So the way that you can figure that out is to look for the curve and hold it away from you. That power face you want to pull towards you. Usually it will have a logo here, and look for that to pull towards you. You'll want one hand on top of the T-grip, which should be about 6 to 10 inches above your head. One hand on top of the T-grip and one hand in the middle. And when you hold it on top of your head, it should make two good 90-degree angles with your elbows. To safely get on your paddleboard when you're near shore, you're going to get into a tabletop stance. Put your paddle perpendicular to the board and paddle away from shore first. When you're safely away from shore, to stand, you're going to put your paddle back perpendicular and you're going to push up on your fingers and use one foot at a time to slowly stand up in the middle of the board. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart, and if you feel unstable at all, go back down to your knees or tabletop position. To move forward, you're going to use that power face of the blade to dip it in near the front of the board and pull the water towards you. Switch hands to paddle on the other side of the board. To turn your paddleboard, you're going to want to put that power face of the blade parallel to the water and push in a half circle motion from the nose to the tail. You can also do a reverse sweep turn by pushing from the tail to the nose. If you feel unstable or having a hard time standing for your first time, you can always kneel, put two hands in the middle of the paddle instead, and then if you need to, you can always sit down. While you're paddling, be sure to keep your knees slightly bent, and if you need to, use the paddle as a third point of contact for balance. While coming into shore, be sure to kneel down for safety. Have two hands on the middle of the paddle, paddle into shore, and then safely get off. On behalf of Upadowna and Subaru Adventure Team, thanks for joining us today. We hope you have fun out there. Be sure to check out Upadowna's website, upadowna.org, for our classes and programs starting in April of 2016.